Hey everyone, Kosa back again with another storage unit I purchased at auction. Today it is a 10 by 10. I spent $110 and it does have something in it that usually drives the price, but for whatever reason it went cheap today. I can't wait to show you. Okay, let's see what we got. There she is, $110. You can see why I purchased it right there. Often those are full of air, but it's always worth a gamble, and especially at $100. What is this? Is it a radio? Wow. Let me open that if that's there. Huh. DVDs, books, round tin, shelf in the living room, DVDs. Then we have some bigger boxes here. Normally those would be TVs, walker, crutches, dressers. Oh, that's a jewelry box. I don't see anything spectacular in there. Just me and my cart, going through the empty halls. Nothing to see here, just a big old radio. Okay, I'm gonna put this box down and I'm gonna get my camera and we're gonna look at this together. Don't fall, table. Hold on. When I opened the top of the box, I saw this, but it looks like a bunch of jewelry boxes. 10 karat gold. That might be gold. This looks like one of those Lane cedar chests, and it is. Oh no, not there. I'm just taking the final cart to my car. We're gonna get this stuff home and we'll take a look and see if we missed anything fun. Hey everyone, I am back home. That intro was a short one, wasn't it? Felt kind of chopped and not quite my normal. There's a reason. I couldn't tell you while I was in there, but that was the first facility I've ever been to that was blasting music over speakers. And in fact, the speakers were directly above my unit. So everything that I filmed in there, couldn't use. I cut up what I could to give you a general idea. I found an awesome artist who gave me some of his work so I could put a backing track to cover up the sounds on what I was able to use. That was definitely a first for me. So we're going to go through these boxes here. You saw I had a safe. There was the radio. The radio was super cool. We're going to take a closer look at all of that. I promise. And as usual, I don't like to mess around. You guys know this about me. So we're going to go through this jewelry box. I am hoping and praying that it is just full of gold. Is that likely? No. Has it happened? Yes. Is it going to happen here? I don't know. Let's see. I'm just going to start grabbing. How about this Lane chest? These are the salesman samples. Quite popular with people. People like to collect them to put trinkets in. There's a cigar. Grody. I thumbed through some of these boxes, didn't really go in detail. Yeah, I thought that was mace. That needs to go somewhere not around here. My luck and how clumsy I am, I would probably spray myself. Looks like some phone cords. It's a decent looking chain. Is it anything? Highly doubt it. No. Oh, there's a ring. And that is definitely plate. You can see that the plate is wearing off, so no fun. Copenhagen. And we saw that. It's empty. It did cost $230 at one point. No longer. Strike one. Let's go with this guy. I mean, why would you store all these jewelry boxes if they didn't have jewelry in them? That out of the way. A rock. Common theme with me. I really like to buy units that have rocks. Yep. That looks like this is strike 2. Ooh, that is not getting off to a good start. Let's try again. Box 3 with a bonus box. Oh man, I can already feel that this is empty. Yeah, it is. This is more personal than anything. Pills, push pins, and cards. I guess if I was going to spill one, that's the one I wanted to spill. Ah, 10 karat gold. So there's something. The price of gold, it might be worth a few dollars. It is not gold. I think we're what, on like strike 5? Oh. What is that? Building the world's best Samsonite. It's like a marble. Interesting. It looks vintage. Couple watches. Sutton. Oh, there is a bracelet attached, or a broken one, I should say. Korea. Most likely plate as well. Michael Kors, that's a nice watch. Okay. Somebody's notebook. Ugh. Let's do this chest of drawers here. Let's start at the bottom. At least be silver. No. I kind of feel like this has been heavily picked through, which is fine. It was their property and they can do that. But it's not even silver. It's not even stamped 925. Yeah, none of this is precious metals at all. If anything, that'll be gold fill. And it just flew away. Okay, alright. So I'm going to go ahead and say that the jewelry boxes are a bust. We have one more. Magic. Okay. There is some pills, but that is definitely interesting. There's more promise. There's at least gold tone looking items, but what's this? $925. There we go. We found some precious metals. Oh, that's precious, whatever it is. Oh, it's a little elf. China. This almost looks like gold. See that? However, it is not marked at all. I'll test that, but I'm going to say no. Okay, nothing else in that one. 2 little lonely earrings. And empty. Don't let me down. There's a little trinket tray, or actually these little, looks like shakers would go on there. There's some interesting looking residue on them though. I don't like that. Must be a little saha. Come on, come on. Looks promising. 10K RMI. So that is a 10K band. Pretty lightweight, but between that and my 10K earrings, there should be a little bit of money. I am crossing my fingers that at some point in our travels, we can find the keys to this. Otherwise, I'm going to have to show you exactly why you don't buy one of these. They're incredibly easy to open, but it'll damage it and it'll no longer have any use. So let's just hope we find the keys. Has that ever happened? Not one time. Could it happen? We'll see. This one is labeled shelf from living room, and in fact, the majority of the boxes were. It looks like just DVDs, dog leashes. What is that? Geneva. Outside of DVDs, nothing in here. Here we have books from shelf in living room. And it is books. Sometimes you'll see people hide money inside of books. Not always. Oops. Oh. Not money, but their savings and retirement plan info. Nothing else in there. Looks like a scrapbook and a phone book. This one appears to be fabric, but sometimes that can be more interesting than it may sound, especially when you run into t-shirts, especially vintage ones, and these are Racing Sports Club of America. It is an actual racing shirt. I'm not going to show you who. Okay, there's a couple of them. It looks like they may have been racing. Sweet. Wow. I'm going to take that off. So this is a... looks like a flight suit, which is interesting. Coverall flyers. Yes, interesting. Huh. What a strange box and sheets. So this will all go back in there. That's okay. I can leave that on. This person's name is coming off. So far, I am not very impressed with this. Purchased. It's not my worst. Definitely not my best. And I'm hoping we find something more than a little bit of gold. Tabletop's Unlimited. It looked older than it is. Looks like a set that is great for a garage sale. Not so much for shipping. EIT England. What is in here? Not worth its weight in gold. Just a few more boxes, and then I'm going to move on to, there were some dressers that are, the drawers are full. And then some art, of all things, art. We'll take a look at that stuff too. This is hair coloring stuff. May be able to sell it. Those all look like new emery boards. And I can't escape them. More rocks. Perhaps I should start learning more about rocks, so when I inevitably open up a box and it's full of them, I can call them what they actually are. But that would require a lot of time and effort, and for whatever reason, I just can't wrap my head around it. A couple more things. It looks like another jewelry box. Has a nice cuff, however, it is not gold. Let's see here. I think these might be, I say these because, no, I lied. There's only one. I think this might say 14K. So just one. I just get one out of the deal, but that's okay. It's better than none. And the purse is from Goodwill. Simply Vera. Aren't those cute? Nutella. Recipes. Nice. Ooh, caramel cream Nutella lollies. Those look good. And Takuma bouncy bobbler. Cute. Rather than pulling the entire dresser and putting it here, I just grabbed a couple of the drawers. I'm going to thumb through this paperwork really quick to see if there is anything beyond paperwork. I don't want to show anything personal here. I don't want to give names. My Sunday Missile, presented by the Department of the Army. Says that this was in the Philippines and somebody drew all over it in pencil, which is quite sad, but it happens, kids. So just paperwork in this one. That's not as exciting. And more than paperwork in this one, I can see a few things. There's a cuff for a fossil watch. This goes to a GoPro. Let's move these out of the way. That looks like the Masons. There's the Masonic ring. Signum. Milty. I'll look this ring up. I'm not certain. They say century, don't they? That is the first time I have ever found keys to a safe inside of a unit. They are never there. I'm going to set those there. We're going to try them later. It does say century. There's a nice looking watch. Per good. There's another one. Wow, look at the back to that. Tivise. Can you see the back? That is very neat. What else is in here? It looks like that goes on a camera. Oh. What is that? Checkers? Chess or tic-tac-toe, maybe? Chess. Did I seriously say chess? There is another watch. Stainless steel back. And, oh, no, it is not broken. Gift card. I will update you if it has any money at all. It's not scratched, so that's good. Okay, one more watch. No. A U-boat. There's no way. Dang it. I don't think this is real. Where it says titanium, there is a weird space. And limited, there is also a very strange space. And addition, this is not real. I don't know if you guys know about U-boat watches. Had this been real, this is a lot of money. There's no way. No. Even the back looks very generic and doesn't look right. Hold on. You can see that. I do not believe this is real. It is, unfortunately, a very poorly made knockoff, which is really sad because, man, that would have made my day, my week, my month. I have some art to show you, but I'm not even going to waste any time. I'm going straight for the safe. This would be pure insanity. It's not heard of. It doesn't happen. Stop and think about all the videos that you watch of storage unit buyers and how many safes they have to crack open. This doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. It's not. No. Oh. No? Oh! It turned! Oh my gosh. Wow. Alright. Alright, let's see. Will it lift? It does lift. That's it. A cuff. Some foreign coins. Continental Tire. And a U.S. Airways ticket. Not to mention this tiger's eye, but... And, thermometer. You know, that you need to keep safe. In the safe. Alright, where are those even from? Mexico. Pesos. Oh. Well, at least it wasn't full of air. That's okay. It was full of something. You know, someone was getting ready to fly to Mexico and spend some pesos, check their temperature while they were there, and wear their beautiful tiger's eye necklace. I get it. I see what's happening here. But, consolation prize, I can sell this safe. This is the first piece. It's quite pretty. Reminds me of the Mediterranean. I believe this is the one that was a cruise ship painting, and it is. Marie Charlotte, Mediterranean Sea. That's right. Original oil painting. I don't have a comp on this. There is some damage to the back. Sometimes this cruise ship art can be worth money, so I will pop the price for this piece of art on the screen while I'm doing my edit. Here is the next piece. The frame is very, very pretty, substantial, not cheap. However, I do believe that this is just factory art. It does say Honcho El China, December 2006. I have two of these, very similar. Here's the other one. Large, should sell at like a garage sale or something like that, but that's about it. Here is a close-up of the radio that I could not show inside of the unit. It is a, looks like Blaupunkt Arkansas 59. It's not in the best condition, and certainly someone may want to restore this. I do not know if it is working. I'm gonna plug it in here in just a second with you guys and cross our fingers that it does work. Here is the back of the radio. Here is the front. These doors slide. This should open to a turntable in there, which it is in there. I don't know if you can see, but this door over here is stuck, which stops me from opening it completely. This would have been a bar originally, so you'd have the bar over here. And here's that door that's stuck. Pretty neat. And the speaker down here, there is some damage there. Likely from a cat or over the years. Here is the cord. It is old. Let's get this bad boy plugged in and see if it lights up. Oh, plugged in. Is there volume? It lights up.
Bam. Grab that keyword at the top of the hour. It could win you $1,000.
Okay, that definitely works. It doesn't pick up a ton of radio stations. I noticed maybe only 2 or 3, but the volume is great. That is very nice, smooth. I don't know what the rest of these buttons do, but it definitely finds radio stations. It definitely plays them, and the sound, not so bad. So this might be a great option for someone who wants to restore it, and that means that I'll make a few dollars. And that's a wrap on this one. Between the few pieces of gold, the art, the radio, and a few other things here and there, like a couple of those watches, I would say this wasn't a terrible storage unit. Nice, clean, a little bit more on the personal end of things than I really would like, but that's okay, it happens. And yeah, so thanks for coming along with me on this one. I almost didn't post this video. I didn't think that I could work with the intro and get the music out of there, but I managed. I took a couple days and went back to it, and sometimes that's all you need to do. So if you liked my video, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do post every single, well, almost every single storage unit that I do purchase. Some of them get left on the table because of situations like this, or it's just that bad. Don't want to get kicked off YouTube. Anyways, like, subscribe, come back, and until I see you guys again, please take care of each other. Bye.